It's the manager's show, and we're getting on towards the end of the season, but within striking distance of a playoff spot are the Anglers. And boy, last night helped. Beating Katuitt in a one-run game, a wild one, wasn't it, Chef?
Yeah, it was a wild one. Never count out anybody in the Cape Cod League, your own team or the other team. And, hats off to Coach Roberts and Katuitt. They just battled, and got in it. And hats off to our guys that, get that big run there late in the game. And, it was fun. It was, you go through a bunch of emotions in that game. You're like almost excited because you jump out to an 8-0 lead. Or 6-0, whatever it was, and then you get the frustration of, oh my God, they just ran a 7-spot at us, it's tied up, and then you have two really good innings, and you finally get that run, and then you watch Tucker or Gallagher comes in, shuts the door after he made a bad pitch at one point, oh well, but he shut the door the next inning, and then Tucker and Cookie come in and do the job. I mean, that was what a range of emotions.
It was a little touch and go at a point, too, with the wind and also the fog. You said beforehand that the wind was actually going to keep the fog from being an issue. But there were times when it really looked a little bit cuspy. What were you thinking in about the third, fourth inning?
I was concerned. I thought the fog was going to come in when we had a big lead. And then thought, oh, God, here we go. We're going to waste all those runs. And then the fog just left. I mean, it wasn't that the wind did anything. The wind kept the game going early in the game because it was keeping the fog moving pretty good. But it was starting to get thicker and thicker. And then, mysteriously off she went. So, it's mysterious to me. I still think the tide has something to do with it as well, but I'd love to see what the tides were last night just to see if that's correct. But, the old fisherman will tell me that one.
Tim Cooney seemed pretty much on point. A big part of his outing was shutting down the top three hitters, which are as good a top three as anywhere in the CCBL. A lot of guys didn't realize that Katuitt actually leads the league in hitting and average, and Victor Roach completely silent. No one even knew his name when I went down there for interviews.
Well, 0 for 4, and we were pleased that he was 0 for 4. But I think, again, that gives credit to the pitching staff and for Bourne for calling the pitches. He's a good player. And to get an 0 for 4 off of him is, that's a good job. That certainly helps us, keeping him off the bases.
And Bourne is an interesting team here tonight. This could be a wild one. They went 9 of 10 at one point. They've lost 2 of their last 3. It's been so up and down just in the last 15 games. What kind of Bourne team do you expect tonight? They've got a real all-star on the mound.
Well, it's every team's like that. We're on our streak now. We've got 5 of 8 wins after going pretty badly. That's the Cape Cod League. You go through series of streaks, and you have talent. Everybody's experiencing some downs. I was just talking to their coach before the game. They've had some significant departures, signings, kids going home, which is pretty similar to what we're going through. So, that's the nature of the beast, and you just got to see who's ready to play and on today, and worry about today, and then tomorrow it takes care of itself.
Josh Conway going for the Braves today. It'll be Buck Farmer for the Anglers. This has been the Manager Show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.